Welcome to something we've never done before. This is actually going to be kind of a three-way unboxing of just some recent stuff that Linus Media Group employees have bought that we think is useful and we wanted to show you guys. So first up is the Anker Advanced uniquely named 4-port USB charging station. What this is it is from a reputable brand, so you can actually trust it, and it is essentially a USB power hub that is able to charge your devices not only faster, but also more efficiently than other solutions. So inside the box, you find an AC power cord and the USB charging hub itself. So it's got a 2 amp port, another 2 amp port, and two 1 amp ports. All you do is plug it into the wall and it can provide a total of up to 5 amps. So you'll notice this is a little bit less than the 6 amps of total power that it can theoretically deliver on the ports, but that's fine. It just means that things will go a little bit slower if you occupy all of them in your charging devices all at the same time. The reason for going with someone like Antec for this is because all these safety certifications over current protection, over voltage protection, all of that kind of stuff that it says it has, it'll actually have. There are lots of other sort of cheap Asian knockoffs of products like this, but many of them either I don't necessarily trust them, I don't necessarily think they're safe, or they are not actually rated to output a decent amount of amperage on each of the ports. So you could plug a bunch of things into it, but they'd be limited to anywhere from 2 amps to 3 amps total, in spite of having a ton of USB ports. So this, highly recommended. One lives on my nightstand now and has replaced a power squid with a whole bunch of separate AC to USB wall warts plugged into it. It's definitely a lot less bulky. All right, let's move that out of the way. The next product, this is actually something that I bought. This one was for me. I picked it up from Sennheiser. It is their little desk clamping headphone stand. If you're anything like me, then you've got headphones that either live around your neck or on your head or on your desk or on the floor. Those are the places that they end up. So this guy right here just has a little adjustable piece, so you can pop it out like this. If I can figure out how to do it, there's a little clamp here, okay? So you pop it out, you put it into any one of the 3 positions so that it can either clamp onto a small desk, a medium desk, or a large desk. It just has a little spinning thing right here that you can lock into place. Then, when you're done with your headphones, you can hang them on there. And the advantage of having a real headphone stand versus some people also use banana hooks. That's a pretty common sort of DIY mod for a headphone stand. The advantage of having one like this is that because it's going to match the curvature of the top of your headphones and it has a little groove for it, they're not going to fall off, and the foam and padding is not going to be damaged or indented in any way over the long term. As you can see, this is a SteelSeries headset I have on it right now, so it's not limited in any way to just Sennheiser headphones. It's just one of the nicer ones out there. It's nice and padded and stuff. Our third one, this one was actually ordered by Edsel, and he's got a very unique need for this particular product, but there's lots of other uses for it. So this is the IntoCircuit Power Bank P Castle 26000, and it's if anything was over 9,000, this is it. So the first thing you find inside the box is the P Castle 26000. On the top you see a voltage indicator, 19 volts, 16 volts, or 12 volt output. You've also got an LED indicator for the battery life, so you can see we're at around 80%. On the 3 sides there's nothing other than screws, and on the bottom you've got some little feet to hold it in place. So what the devil is this thing? It is a 26,000 milliamp hour, essentially, battery bank. So on the back, you find a 2.1 amp USB output, a voltage selector switch that goes from 12 to 16 to 19. These are clearly labeled on the bottom of the unit. And then you have DC out and DC in for charging. It also comes with a variety of tips. So while I'm unpacking the accessories here, I'll walk you guys through why Edsel needs one. And that is, so Edsel is Diesel, just for those of you who aren't familiar with the real names that we're using for people now. So he has a Blackmagic cinema camera and wanted to have something that could be kind of strapped to the camera or clipped to a tripod that would provide much longer battery life at a very reasonable cost. So it's under $100. In fact, all of the items we have here are under $100. I think this one's like 30 bucks, 40 bucks or something like that. And the headphone holder is about $20. So he wanted something to give him much better battery life for that, but it actually can work for a lot of different things as well. So you'll see it comes with a wide variety of notebook tips, so you can actually use this to extend your notebook battery life. Just for scale, I'm going to hold it up next to what I'd consider to be a fairly typical gaming notebook. This is a GX660 from MSI. So it's bulky, but if you had this in your bag in addition to your gaming notebook, it's not the end of the world. And to put it in perspective, this is 26,000 milliamp hours. This notebook notebook has a 7800 milliamp hour battery. So you'd be looking at about 4 to 5xing the effective battery that you'd get out of your notebook using one of these tips. There's also an AC to DC plug, so you go ahead and plug this in. This is how you actually charge the unit. So that is an 18.5 volt 2 amp adapter in order to charge that baby up. You've also got a USB to DC adapter. You've got some other random adapters. So the idea is that it comes with, there we go. So we've got like, looks like iPhone as well as micro USB. So there are some adapter tips for this guy right here so that you can have whatever you're gonna need in order to charge things off of the unit. And finally, it comes with a little carrying case and a warranty card. So very, very versatile. I think a couple other people here are planning to get one, so that was why I figured I'd show this to you guys. Thank you for checking out our little, I guess we'll call this segment, stuff that costs less than $100 and makes your geeky life better. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. You can check out the links in the video description if you have any sort of, if you're interested in getting any of this stuff, and leave a comment letting us know what you think of this segment. Do you want to see more kind of, you know, buyer's guides for cool tech gadgets and stuff like this? And as always, don't forget to subscribe.